Hello everyone, welcome to another gaming video on this channel, and today I'm going to showcase the VASSAL module for Coast Watchers. Coast Watchers is the latest game developed by GMT, and it is a Volko Rhunke game, so you have to expect something great. So I was honored to be included in the playtesting team along with a bunch of other great gamers. And before starting, let me say a huge thank you to Pete and William, who maintain the modules for Tabletop Simulator and VASSAL, without whom I personally wouldn't be able to play and enjoy this game. Of course, this video is not about teaching VASSAL in general. If you don't know VASSAL and you're a gamer, you should check it out. It's a lifesaver for all of us who don't have a dedicated room or even a dedicated gaming table for our games, and without it I personally wouldn't be able to play as much games as I am now. Check it out at vassalengine.org. It's available for every major platform, Windows, Linux. I'm running it on Linux. I suppose you have already installed VASSAL and you know how to load a module. At least before continuing, let me put a disclaimer here. Everything you see is a work in progress. The game is under, and the modules of course is under active development, so some things, even many things, can change, and whatever you see here is not necessarily what's going to be in the final product. Okay, I think the basic mechanics are already in place, and nothing. I anticipate that not many great changes will be in gameplay, stuff like that, but that's why playtesting is necessary to pinpoint any issues and things that should change or be written and done differently in the game, so that all the gamers that get it can actually enjoy it without any hiccups. So without any further discussion, let's go to our game. I'm using the latest edition of the materials of the game, and I'm using the latest module, VASSAL module 2.6, and it's this version of VASSAL. So we're going to play situation F. I'm going to showcase this, and if you're not familiar, this is how a situation looks like. There's some text here describing the history, the situation, special rules, and any special report stations, none in this case, how we set up the game, and there are also some other information which can help players decide what to do, and the assets available and stuff like that. But the main page of the situation is this one, and we're going to start the module now. So double clicking the module. Okay, my computer is a bit old, so you have to wait a bit. Okay, and what we get here is the wizard. So we'll start a new game offline. Of course, you can start it without the wizard, but okay. So now we select the setup. As I've said, we're playing situation F. VASSAL allows us to repopulate maps and stuff and have the setup more or less ready for many games. So yeah, that can be a time saver. And then next, join game as quit side, and we can be just an observer when we get to a game, allies, Japan, or solo, and we're trying the solo. So click finish, and here we've got a map, and it asks us if we need to start a new log file. Depends on the game. In many games, a log file is very useful because you can see what you have done and rerun some stuff. But in this kind of games like Ghost Watchers, where hidden information is I mean, it's the main aspect of the game. You try to keep your information, both sides try to keep their build-ups or their cost quotes and general information hidden. Then the log file, it's constructed in the module in such a way that not many critical information is recorded. Yeah, obviously. So yeah, the log file here is not going to be as useful as another game, so no, will not start the log file. And for this reason, I'm going to give us maximum, yeah, okay, first of all, give us maximum space, and let's, yeah, I think that's better. You can see that the map is pre-populated with the stations that are active. And let me bring up the situation. Just give me, yeah, you can see here the situation setup, and you can see that it is more or less copied. It is copied to the map. I mean, it's ready. If it was to play a game, it would be ready to play, but solo setup requires some step. You see here that there are setup boxes both for the, sorry, it's out of the way, both for the Japanese and the allies here. So these are the counters, the blocks that will go on the map during setup. So this is ready from the game. You see here that they've got what the situation describes as these are already set up because of the situation. And for light setup, we're going to change these a little bit with the procedure I'm going to show you. So a little bit, let's take a quick tour of the other options in the module. So we have here the classic retire to change players. It's not necessary. We've got the pieces window in case we need more pieces than there are available here. Sometimes it happens. This is for to remove the pawns we use to track our actions, end of turn, end of phase. The untapping for the assets, but first let me show you the player maps. Okay, allied player map. We've got the assets here, the missions here, so there's an option to tap the assets to show you have used it, and then you can untap it, but we'll see it in the course of play. That's the allied player map. That's the Japanese player mat, and the same. There are mini decks available. I mean, if you have to draw cards from a subset of cards, you get them here first and then you draw for them. There are boxes for automated random draw, but big warning, these boxes draw cards from the main deck. I mean, if I press draw here, it will get a card from here, not from here, and this is not what we want in every case. So yeah, I just return it. Another thing, the module, the Vassal module is set up so that it is auto shuffled. All the decks and counters and the caps and stuff is automatically shuffled, so you don't have to worry about it. So now the caps, which play a great role, the main role in the game. I've got two caps: the delivery cap used by allies for their operation, for the delivery operations, and the patrol cap used for observe operations and some other, and of course for the Japanese churches. And you can see here that the cap, the patrol cap, is pre-populated in the Vassal module depending on the situation. I mean, let me get the situation again. Okay, you can see here in the situation that Oh, sorry. It's difficult when you have to. Okay, so you can see that the patrol cap gets 6 patrol and 9 evasion seats in it, and that's 15 seats. And you can see here that we got the 9 evasion seats. Of course, the patrols, some are on map on the ready box, and some are here. So yeah, it's, yeah, that's about it. So we've got in both modules, VASSAL and the Buildups simulator module, we've got a special deck to scatter pieces. This should be used really only for the scatter missions, because it would be difficult to use the main asset deck. I mean, this deck is identical to the main allied asset deck, but it's much easier to have a second copy of the deck just for the scatter operations. And here is the campaign the campaign deck, which instructs the bot. It's the solo system mainly, and it instructs the bot how to use the assets and how to behave in the game. We're going to be going through it, of course, and these are the caps for the random setup of Japanese sites and bases, and you see here that there are extensive instructions here on the campaign mat, and yeah, that's very helpful. You should follow, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow these instructions, so we get the game set up properly. So these are the main mats we're going to be using. I think we're ready to start setting the game up. Okay, have brought up the solitaire allied Fallout with the instructions, and in the setup sections we're going to follow the setup. Okay, first we should get inactive blocks, base, objective, but all this the first thing, the main map setup, has already been done in the module, so we proceed to the Japanese control. Okay, next we if we had a physical copy, we'd place face up quite Japanese control flags only. You can see these here in the situation, but there is a little bit of a difference here when you use the module. So let me count how many, and I'll show you why. How many of these there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, there are 10 of these markers there, and we're going to set them up accordingly. But okay, let me so we're going to do it using the campaign special cap. So yeah, I forgot to check how many of these are, because there are 2 varieties. There are bases and sites, and I forgot. I think it's only sites that ever get the white marker, and yes, sites. Okay, so we need 10 of these. Maybe these are a little bit. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, okay, that's the good thing. Possibly you can magnify or zoom in or zoom out. So there are 4 here. Yes, sets of 4, very clear. So we get these in the Japanese sites 4. Let's see, and 4, and we just need 2. So we double click and they expand. So 1, 2. Maybe these needed a bit of different color. Okay, it's about that. Sorry, forgot to click the button set up bases, and but yeah, you see how okay, if I press this button here, set up bases, sites, main map. That's what happens. Is shows us what's underneath. So now we're ready. We have got these here, so I can get this out of the way, yeah, and start set up according to the situation. So let me get the situation here, and yeah, I don't do this. I don't. Sorry about it. Okay, so let's get the stations. Okay, now what you do, let's start here from Rhunke, and you sorry. Okay, I'll get it on my second screen so you can see it, but okay. You see here there's a context menu and there's a solo play submenu. It's lock. It's when the base or site hasn't been activated yet, so we can do operations on it. But what we care here now is replace from campaign site cap, and as you remember, we have already populated the campaign with the blank, let's say, counters with flag. So we do this for Rookie, and you see, yeah, it has been replaced, and replace again here, Palazi, as much, yeah, and Ondo, and yeah, I forgot, there is a little bit of a difference here because the map, there has been a change in the map. There is an extra station here between this map and Pondo. The module hasn't got appeared, but that's not the point of this playthrough. So yeah, I should have got one less, no problem with that. So Emerald, so replace, okay, and then okay, so these stations are actually kind of inactive now. Buildups will be put there, so they're of limited interest to both Japanese and the allies. Of course, they can be used for to get Ghost Watcher there to observe, or just to be on a path or observe something, are used to retrieve. But yeah, that's up to the player. So they're ready. So what we do now is we draw the Japanese per the situation, per the instructions. We draw the Japanese missions and assets. So now draw Japanese cards, missions, and assets, and we have to do it with the situation. So that's going to be a little tricky because the way the screen works, but I will try our best. Okay, in the solo game, the missions remain hidden, but all the assets are showing, and there are special instructions for the assets. We'll see them. So we go to the Japanese player mat. Maybe a little bit of, yeah, maybe that was a bit much. Okay, that's better. Let me show you. There are here the pool for the Japanese markets and the sites, and these are the record markets, but markers, sorry. But when we're playing solo, we're not using these. We're using the ones in the campaign mat. So okay, so what assets should we draw? And this is in the situation should we draw. Normally Japanese setup. Okay, first we select the mission, so we get the 9 from the 1942 missions, the 4 F specific missions, and maneuver a total of 7 cards. We draw 4 cards. So what we do is we go here in the missions and we use the right click, sorry, and we use the draw specific cards, and here a list comes up. So we need the 1942 1943, okay, And you can see here it says it's got the Japan mission number, the title, and here are the situations. EFT8, this one, this is the 1943 card, so we need for F, yeah, that's one of the Fs, and you control click to select the second, and yeah, the 1942, two of them, control click, and what else? 4F1, 4F1s, and maneuver, sorry, maneuver, here it is. Which one? Okay, these are the other two. Missed them. So okay, we press OK, and now when we click and drag, only these 7 cards will be in this deck, and we get it here. Extra draw deck, assets or missions. Okay, and these are as I've said, it's auto shuffled, so we now draw. If I can't press this button here because it will draw from this deck. We don't want that, we want from this deck, so it's going to be manually. So draw we draw what 4 cards, 1 2 3 4, so we can't take them out, of course, so these go. Come on. Okay, the rest, yeah, 3 cards we drawn, so that's correct. 7 cards here, 3 cards here, 4 7, so that goes correct. So let's go back to the assets now. I have to discard the 1943 and secretly select and draw either Tanaka or zeros. Okay, the player would have the choice, but the bot will do this randomly. So okay, first let's go about it. Let's discard. So again, the same way, draw specific cards. We find the two it's easy, the two 1943 cards. So okay, we select them and straight to discard. So then we need Tanaka or zero, so again draw specific cards. Let's find Tanaka. Here's Tanaka, and zeros. So okay, we select, we get them here. Okay, and as we draw them here, they're auto selected. So okay, let's get this one here, and the other one, of course, it's discarded. Now out of the randomly draw 3 other cards of 18 left. So yeah, now from all these cards we will draw another 3. So now you can use these buttons. So yeah, so draw. So that's the Japanese address. And of course, if you, as this functionality, if you hold the click, and you can draw a rectangle, and these are all selected. So what we're going to do, you can see here, right click, and of course there are keyboard shortcuts, Control F. We're going to flip them because the Japanese assets in solo game are always showing. Okay, so we got zeros, flying boats, okay, and pro Japanese. Yeah, and if you hover the mouse, so the card is going to expand a little bit, make it easier to read. So yeah, flying boats, okay, pro Japanese, and Ishimoto. Okay, this is going to be tricky for the allies, but what I'm going to show you is that there are special instructions for some of the cards. So I hope, yeah. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. If we go here assets, Japanese asset special rules, and we have to check if some of the cards, okay, like here Ishimoto, you can see it says that once per content measure phase assigned before search in Guadalcanal or Sandra, and then that search treats army as police. So okay, and the special instruction is that use only personnel, even if he didn't know. Ishimoto always guesses correctly. We use it only at personnel. You can't use it on arms or inactive stations or stuff like that. And the pro-Japanese, yes, the other card, we discard this anytime to flip 2 army patrols in New Guinea or Bismarck's to police. Yeah, that's quite little. Okay, and it says here use as soon as able to flip 2 patrols to police, and we were instructed to use the campaign cards for deploy actions, ignoring cap icons, because the cap icons get patrols from ready to cap, but we'll see about that in the course of the game. So we'll have to keep in mind that 2 of our cards have special instructions on them, which we have to adhere to. So that was the mission and the assets, and the reason we have first drawn mission and assets before setting up the Japanese bases is because based on the assets the Japanese get, we may have to modify our setup. So okay, because here now when we set up the remaining sites and bases, the ones that actually get something, you see here that if plane situation B, no, we're not. If barges are showing, or if construction battalions are showing, we have to modify the ones, we have to modify the build-ups. So no, so we continue normally with our build-ups. So okay, let's get, we don't need it anymore, so we go back to campaign deck, and now we're going to use, see the cap here is, no, it's not empty, but because of my mistake, okay, so what we do now is populate, and these are covered in the instructions here, the modifications. We populate the caps with these counters that have been left over, see, and this is also repeated here if plane situation B, if barges shown. Okay, so lock the remaining sites base and populate okay, the caps. Okay, so we select them all, solo play, lock, oh, here, okay, lock, just turns them around, so to indicate they're locked, and we now populate the caps. So let me get them in the respective, you see it flips them automatically, and of course shuffles them as we add them, so we don't have to worry about this. So, and what we're going to do now is randomly draw from the appropriate cap and populate our map. So we don't know what's in its site or there. So it is ready, and of course we're not going to pick afterwards. So again, in all these stations, that are now showing flags, we're going to put the respective, we're going to draw from the cap and get the respective build up or nothing or whatever. So okay, let's start again right click solo play, and we see here replace from campaign side cap, and it's done automatically for us. The game detects, the module detects that it is a site, and it's going to draw from the site. So see, it has put the locked marker. Of course you can move it a bit so it doesn't hide, but it has correctly get a locked market on this. And let me just repeat that locked marker means that you cannot observe there till it is unlocked, and of course it's not of any use to the Japanese as well until it's unlocked. So yeah, let's do this. It's quick and efficient, as you can say. VASSAL allows for these nice automations that facilitate. We just go right click, no worries if I go to the correct type. If it's locked or unlocked, the module takes care of that. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of offset, but it's so we're ready now. And of course the last step is to get these okay, you see the difference here. These that are quiet stations, just the flag, and not the rising sun, are not locked. So the final step in setup would be to turn them over. Let me get them. Oh, come on. Why? Okay, to save some time, I have turned them, the quiet stations, I have turned them over. And yeah, that's about it. The problem is if you, let's see if you move it, yeah, it does that, and it should do that actually. It seems, but you see, control click, turn on, not replace, come on, turn over site. Yeah, we're good. We're good to go. I forgot to say that the game has, the module automatically has set it to the correct turn 1 to 3. The other side there's 1 to 5, but it's 3 turn 1, and we're ready to continue. And the next step we do is the allied setup. And forgot to mention that the patrols, yeah, the patrol cap is ready. By this is already sorry. Next, what we be doing is prepare the patrol cap. It's already prepared for us. The ready patrols are already in place. Sorry, but at this step we do not place on the map. I mean, there are the Japanese. There are 4 patrols in the Japanese setup which should be placed on the map, but not here. There's a special procedure for that. I'm going to go through it shortly. The only ones that are placed by the module is the 2 police ones at Rabaul and Kavieng, because that's the situation, what the situation dictates. They have to go there anyway, so we don't have any choice. So they're already there. So now, allied setup. We complete the allied setup. Difficulty level, it basically means if we're going to be using the code breaking or not. I'm going to be a standard. So if we draw it, we draw it. If we don't, we don't. Okay. Okay, the tip obviously doesn't apply to VASSAL game, but okay, let's go to the allied setup. And according to the situation, we get again the situation. Okay, let's see the situation. Allied setup. As you can see, it's a difference from the 2-player game. Okay, the report boxes are ready. You can see that except Finchhafen, Gazmat and Lunga Tulagi, see they're already ready. Nothing much to do there. So at ready, there's already one cost watcher, and you can see the hidden there. And now we replace blocks in any allied held. I mean, or Mosby, of course, or Trophy, or Milne Bay, or yeah, all these that they basically everything that's not Japanese held is allied held, and we get two coast watchers in any allied held, and in any Japanese held we get to place 6 coast watchers and 1 coast watcher guerrillas, and these are here. You can see them here. Hopefully you can see them. You're fine. In the allied setup box, they're already pre-populated, so there's no need to go to pieces and start dragging around. It's pretty automated. So let's do that. Again, I'm just showcasing how Vassal works. Don't go in the comments and roast me about bad strategy or bad deployment. Just showing how this works, not any. Okay, let's start with the allied held ones. I mean, okay, you can choose anyone, any station, obviously, but I've got a preference for the objective ones, for the allied bases ones, because in most cases these are where the Japanese are going to concentrate their efforts, and it's good to have a coast watcher there, so at least you can get some points from observing, or from they're going to be, if the target, for example here Lunga to Langi, yeah, a coast watcher here is by definition on the path for to Lunga to Langi, so we will get some points. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So again, the situation is simple. You go to the palms block, to the block here, and you see setup here. Right click, and here you go to setup, because we're in the setup phase. So we set up a coast watcher here. See, you got the coast watcher here. Same to post mode. Right click, setup coast watcher. And now and you can see these two are out of the allied setup box. So let's decide where we're going to get our the rest. Yeah, okay. There are some choke points where I'd love to have coast watchers, but there are also, yeah, I tend to prefer to have them near to bases as much as possible, and you've got a wide selection of bases here: La Salamawa, of course, Bowling Kavyang, and the Bougainville region, as well as critical Bunyambuka. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll get my gorillas here. Buka, no, replace, sorry, setup, and you can see places here out of the box. And yeah, Buka and Boon, there is a path here. Fene also. If the Japanese want to go to Central Solomons, to Guadalcanal, they've got to use Bougainville. So it's always a good idea to have at least one of the 2 stations here manned. But I'm going to go with 2 of them, as I've said. No big strategy. Okay. Here, yeah, Gazmata. Yeah, Gazmata, I know you can't observe, but it is a station that often finds itself on the path. We'll see about that, but definitely I'm going to get, I don't know, I'm not sure about Kavyang. I think it's too far away from anything. I'll get one cost watch. Oh no, replace or setup. Atra Bowl, it's risky. When you see police here, it's always risky because it can and will be taken. So yeah, I just hope to be able to get an observation fast, maybe rescue them, get them back. I don't know, because then you have to constantly evade. Yeah, Salamau, yeah, I think I'll get here too. Not replace, sorry. And yeah, line also. As I've said, you know, so, and yeah, I look at all these Japanese sites here. Okay, let me, I can't cover everything, of course, but I'll try and get, yeah, I think I'm going for Segi. And yeah, and let's go set up the tab, and yeah, that's it. Okay, and hopefully I'm going to use also some spies to spy on stations, or insert based on what my initial cost watchers find. I'll get some. Okay, so now let's go to the missions and assets, and these, yeah, okay, missions. So we discard all 1943 and we randomly draw four cards from the rest. So okay, let's go to the allied player mat. Okay, so there are specific cards, and yes, these here are all the 19. Yeah, of course, control click and shift click work as expected. So yeah, 5 1943 missions. Okay, discard, and we randomly draw from 4 from the rest. So I'm going to use these buttons, 1 2 3 4. So yeah, let's flip them. Okay, we've got, sorry about that, we've got requirements. Oh, okay, this effectively cancels deception. Okay, kind of cancels. And we've got, yeah, I was hoping to get a scatter, so we can showcase scatter. Accrue to rising sun space. Again, second requirements. Yeah, some accumulation points can't hurt. Okay. And again, okay, we've got, not ideal, we've got 2 down flyers, so we've got to scatter 2 crew, and I'll show how this happens. And okay, let's do that. And to Horizon Sun space, which means that we can't, let me get this out of the way, they have to go in one of these spaces. They can't go to these quiet spaces, not Gazmata, not Talassi, or Miao, or Ponjo, or anything. And how that's where the scatter deck comes in. Basically, what we do, we draw cards, and the cards show the names for substations, and we just place that. So let me get this here. Okay, and of course we can recall for the next one. So okay, the first one, down flyers, will go to, yeah, we've got to flip. You see here, let me, maybe that not, okay, you can see here, this is the scatter Belgium. This is used for scatter. Guadalcanal in Tataba. Okay, so we go and find Tataba, and yes, you can see that, the way, yeah, you can see this is a rising sun space, and we're lucky because there's already coast watcher there, so it's going to be very easy to retrieve. So we'll don't follow source. What do? We again right click and mission scatters, and we mission scatter crew. I'm not sure if this is going to work, so I'm going to, yeah, mission scatter crew. So this now is Ghost Watcher crew. This has worked greatly. So that's it. So again, I recall the scatter card because we have to redraw for the second mission. Okay, and okay, for the second one is, and let me flip New Britain, Pondo. So we go over to Pondo, New Britain, but here you can see, here's Pondo, Britain, Pondo. You can see it's not a rising sun space, so it's not going to get scattered there. So again, flip, and Bougainville, Buin. Okay, kind of like it's very risky there because there's police, but it's a rising sun space. Okay, Bougainville, Buin, rising space. So we get again mission scatter crew, and there we go. We're ready. We don't need the scatter deck anymore. That's it. So these missions, discard them. They're ready. It's up to us now what we'll do. So we've got mission wise, we've only got 2 requirements, sorry, missions. So they're kind of passive missions. We don't have to do anything special. What we have to do is gather reports of build-ups, of course. So we've got an incentive here to observe, because it's accurate observations going to be worth 2 victory points for the allies. So yeah, I think they stuck. Not sure. So okay, let's go and get our assets. And the problem with the allies in this game is that they don't get any assets during the game, contrary to the Japanese. So you've got to make good what you've started with. So again, assets, discard on 1943. Yeah, that's 4 cards now. We draw 2 of all. Typically this would be I think the Catalinas and the boats, I think, and yeah, we'll get the Coopers, and that's our 3 cards. Okay, and secretly select and draw either Clemens and Vuza or Reed Mason and Yawika, and we'll get another 2 cards. Okay, so we've got many assets there, great assets. But okay, let's start by doing by discarding the 1943 cards. Okay, draw specific cards. Yeah, that's correct now. That's 4 1943 cards. Okay, and that's it. So now I have to draw. So we draw specific cards, 2 all and the Coopers. So I can draw specific cards. The all are the boats and Catalina, and where are the Coopers? Oh, come on. Yeah. Here. Okay, so I draw these 3 cards. I get them here, and then I just get them in these spaces. Okay, flip, 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 and both Catalina and the Coopers. So okay, and now I have to select secretly from the opponent, of course. Do I want Clemens and Vuza, or do I want Reed and Mason and Yawika? Yawika is where I would love to have. Okay, let me specific cards. Let's get all 4 cards. Clemens, Vuza, Yawika, and Mason. Okay, let's get them here, and Okay, okay. The possible pairs are Red Mason and Eureka, or Vuza and Clemens. Okay, all observe as Godel Canal succeeds. That's very good. And we get Clemens also. Any one time a Godel Canal, but it's, you know, focused on the Godel Canal region. Plenty of sets though there, as you have seen. For free Nox, of course, Red Mason is a very strong card. They cancel one Bougainville search. Bougainville is always a problem. They more often than not they get police there, and or show up on scoring to double Buka and go with BP. And of course, Yawika in Bougainville they hide the Coast Watchers there. So yeah, what's going to be? Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to go with Wilson Clemens. Sorry if I'm misspelling any names. Okay, because we've got, you can see that in the Guadalcanal region we've got plenty of action here, and also we've got a crew that's easy points for us. Yeah, no shame in getting some easy points. So yeah. And what I've forgotten to show you, it's good for decks, but it will come up. There's a context menu, populate delivery cap, and it's for assets, and the tap and tap. So as to, you know, you can remember which one, which card you have already used during a phase. So yeah, that's the allied player setup. And now we're ready to go and start our game. So let's continue with the turn 1 of the game, and the first phase in its turn is the Japanese preparations phase. Of course, in the Allied solo, turn 1 is special because you start with the special build-up action and the setup of patrols. You can see here we build up to unlock the control markers, which are unusable unless they're unlocked, and on turn 1 only we set up patrols on the map, and then okay, we get. So what we do for each situation, there's a table here that shows how many build-up actions we get per turn. So for F situation, we're playing F here, we get 4 actions, and the special in Allied Solo is that on turn 1 build action, it's turn 1 action, sorry, unlocks 2 markers per action. So we're going to unlock a total of 8 markers, and that's the number we need. We need to unlock 8 markers, and we're going to place, of course, it says us to place pawns there. Yeah, and you'll see why. So how do we do that? We use the campaign cards. I need the caps anymore, and yeah, just let me, yeah, smart a little bit. So okay, for each station we draw a campaign deck. We need to get 8 stations unlocked, and where these will be unlocked regions will be determined by the draw of the deck. And of course, according to the instructions, there are some special cases. The card has to have a build-up action. The listed region on the card has to have locked markers, and if there are more markers there, and it's common at the start of the game that there will be more, or because all markers are locked. Of course, we unlock sites before bases, and if more candidates are still available, we draw another campaign card to pick by options along the bottom. So okay, for our first unlock, draw the campaign card. It says Bougainville. Bougainville, as you recall or not, here's Bougainville. It's got 2 locked bases, but this card has no build up icon here, so they're not going to be unlocked. Okay, so next card, and this is something that new players have to keep in mind, because it's easy to say, okay, New Britain, let's go, Bougainville, let's go and unlock. It has to get to it has to have the build up marker here. No marker so far. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Guadalcanal. Okay, and it's got the marker. Yeah, that's better here. Okay, so this is the Guadalcanal region 3. There are 3 unlocked sites, sorry, there, and they're all sites, so there's no preference, no base there, so 3 sites. So how do we choose? We draw another card and look at the options here. So Guadalcanal, another card, and I'm going to go as from top to bottom, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so draw, and how these options work, it says here, oh sorry, it says we've got 3 options. Oh, come on. Okay, from the 3 options we choose the second one. The options, here is the number of options available, and then pick is which one you pick. So we've got 3 options, we pick the second one, and yeah, as like has it's going to be Taba. So again, right click, solo play, and you see the lock, of course it's locked, it's grayed out, so unlock. So we unlock it, and it's good practice to go, oh sorry, to get a pawn. Okay, blue pawn, any pawn, sorry, get a pawn here, so to keep it track. Okay, so that the first station, 1 station. So let's go for the second. New Guinea, yeah, we've got a build up New Guinea, so let's go to New Guinea, and yes, we've got 2 bases, and just, yeah, not mistaken, just 1 side, so the side gets the priority here. So, and we don't have to choose, there's only 1 side, so this is the one that gets unlocked. Again, mark it, and then that's true. New Guinea again. So now we don't have any sides, so there are 2 bases in New Guinea, so we have to select between the 2 bases. So okay, top to bottom again, lie 1, Salomon 2, so we draw another card. We've got 2 options, we pick the first one, so lie is going to be unlocked with number 3. As you see, it's quite easy and intuitive, let's say, procedure. Just remember that you have to look for the build up and the main card, and then when you've got plenty of choices, you have to pick the options. So okay, next one, New Guinea again. Yeah, happens. So it's got a build up, so no problem. Just one here. Everything in New Guinea is unlocked and ready to be observed. Yeah, of course we don't have one here, and okay, that was number 4, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, yeah, that was 4. 4 Bismarcks, but no build up there. So, New Britain, so New Britain, I don't think oh yeah, we've got we've got Rabaul. Yeah, how can I forget Rabaul? Has been the site of many actions over my games. Yeah, and I think historically it's quite accurate. I think it was one of their major bases there. So okay, Rabaul, it's the only one available in Britain. So Rabaul, it's unlocked. Yeah, maybe I will be like an observer Rabaul before my coast watcher is taken by the police there. So few more Bismarcks. Again, we've got with the marker. Bismarcks, again, there's only yeah, there's only caveat there, so unlock. And yeah, it was a bit of a risk. In my previous game, caveat never got unlocked, so yeah. Okay, so it's what it's 3, 5, 6. Okay, another 2. New Guinea again, but okay, I'm glad that this happened because no more bases or sites unlocked in New Guinea, so we just skip it. Guadalcanal, no build up though. Bougainville, no build up marker though. Guadalcanal, yes, got a build up. So Guadalcanal, see, there are 2 stations again, 2 sites. Guadalcanal, so again we draw a card, 1, 2, top to bottom. Options 2, pick 1, so oh sorry, solo play, unlock the pawn. Okay, so that's it. And no, it's 3, so just that's 2 here, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, another one. And yeah, Central Solomons. And yeah, there are no base, there are all sides. Central Solomon, 1, 2, and just one cost watcher there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, top to bottom, 5 options. Yeah, that's 5 options. And 5 options, pick the second one, which is Bunda. And that's it. We have now completed the unlock actions. Again, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, as you remember, F situation, 4 actions, 2 markers per action. We have unlocked 8 bases and sites. So after we do that, we place only on turn, this happens only on turn 1, we place patrols, and we place it per the Japanese setup on the situation seat. Let me remind you that there are 4 army patrols in our setup box. For these, they're here. There are 4 army patrols. The 2 police, there's no choice, so they're already there. No point in placing them later. So okay, place police first. We and the preference is we place patrol at stations just unlocked. That's the pawns. They're there to help us, and they've got first choice. So yeah, that's going to happen. These stations, since there are only 4 army patrols, 4 of their local stations are going to get the patrols. We place police first. No police to be placed, then army. Place at bases first, they get priority, then sides. And of course, as needed, we draw for the region and for the options. Okay, so let's start. Let's see how many bases have we unlocked, because they get priority. Okay, we have unlocked, of course, Rabaul and Gavienga, but they've already got police there. So we've got La and Salamao, and the bases get priority before considering regions. So these 2 are going to get police, and I don't think, no, I think we have to drag the police. Yes. So Salomon gets a police there, so let me okay, police, and the second police will go to lie. Okay, so for the next two police, no more bases unlocked. I was hoping for some Bougainville bases to get unlocked, to be honest. Okay, so no more bases. So there are sites. Nothing. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 sites and just 2 police to be placed. So we're going to go by regions and options. So back to campaign. Campaign deck. So Britain. And do we have something in Britain? No. No, okay. Rebel, no. New Britain. It's a dot here. Bismarck's. Again, no. Skaviangan is no other site unlocked. So Bougainville, no unlocked. So let's get priority. Bismarck's again. Guadalcanal, yeah. Okay. So what happens here is we've got Guadalcanal, we've got 2, and we'll use the procedure, and of course it would have to be this one tab. We'll get the one patrol. Okay, and the last patrol will go to, oh sorry, it was, yeah, okay, it's, yeah, okay, it's correct, it was was drawn for the options, not for the region. So yeah, and the other one will also end up in the Guadalcanal region. So that concludes the patrol setup. We don't need the pawns anymore, so end of phase, remove pawns, and I don't think it's much of a difference, make any difference there, but okay. And now we have to conclude the Japanese preparations. We have finished with the patrols, and now we are going to ready and augment. And you can see these very helpful boxes in the area. We have already done our build up, ready for war action, and augment for one more action. And we'll see that if you look at the, let me show the play rate. They haven't shown play rate yet, which is very well built. You've got the turn sequence here, you get what happens with the caps, and if we see the ready, what ready means, we add 2 patrols from the mat to ready. So Japanese get ready, so we go to the caps, that's where the mats are, and again 2 patrols. Again, you see with the right clicking, return to patrol cap, and we get them to ready. And where's the ready? And you can see a second one is ready. So the second one, I'm going to do this so you can see it as it happens. So again, right click, ready, and then we've got the patrols to ready. And as you can see, let me get them a bit. Yeah, so you get. I like to expand them and, you know, rearrange them so that it's easier to know how many patrols you've got. And you can see there are a lot of patrols ready. They can go either in the map or in the cap. So yeah, okay. And we last but not least, we, for our last action, we augment, which means randomly draw 1 available asset. So back to Japanese player mat. They've already got 4 assets, and each turn they're going to get an extra one. So we draw and for the rules, and it's barges. Okay. And I think it's got some special rules, barges. Yeah, there is a special rule. It says ignore the free build-up action, because it says here, you can see that barges. The British control block barges. Okay, we don't have them. If hidden during a build-up action, show to add 1 extra troops or supplies. And with the zeros, flying boats, and barges simultaneously in play, our deliveries, or the light deliveries, are going to be very hard, because what these cards do, and we don't have fighter cover to block any of these, so what they do, they subtract from the nothing delivery cap, so it's more likely to be observed as you make your deliveries. And so yeah, okay, Earth Patrol will get 1 out, flying boats will get 2 out, and if there's a patrol, okay, and barges, yeah, I mean, at best we get -4 there. So I think that any delivery is going to be at a very it's going to be 50-50, or even worse, 60-40 odds against us. So yeah, that's going to be tricky. Well, anyway, and that's it. That was the Japanese reparations phase already. So we go to the first allied phase with the allied activities. And what I have forgotten to show you is that you, of course, you can save the game between sessions, playing session. You don't have to go in one go. So okay, you click here, file, save game, and yeah, and that's it. I have already, of course, saved it. So yeah, but it's basic vassal usage. I think you already know about it. So let's see what the allies can do, what we can do as the player in our first activity phase. The allied operations are grouped into four groups of operations: the deliver operations, the main operations, and of course the evade and train. Well, of course, our main activities are going to be focused on delivering and operating, but also evading. Yeah, believe me, there's going to be a lot of evading. But you can see you can get 5 actions per phase. The trick is that you have to execute each group of activities in order. So I mean, you can't let's say you can't resupply, then observe, and then go back and rescue or insert. You have to finish all your deliver operations, resupply, insert, rescue, then you get to observe, recruit, or resist in your stations, and you do any evasions, and last you train. You can't go back, you can't train. Let's say you can train, get the cost culture to ready, and then go back and insert in the same activity phase. You move up from up down, and you don't go back. So let's start with our delivery actions, and there, as you see, since we've got 2 crews there, I think we could get some rescue done. We were lucky we didn't get, if there was a crew alone, then we would first have to retrieve it to get it with a coast watcher, and then use the rescue to get them out of there. You can't rescue crew or refugees alone. For example, if this crew was on Rakata Bay, we'd have to draw it to Sagi or to Taba and then use it. Same Bougainville here, and so they're easy, not so easy, but yeah, the victory points there, especially if taken by the Japanese. So I think it's worth trying to save them, to rescue them. And we're going to get some help because with the assets the Japanese have, delivery operations, I've said, are extremely risky. So I'm going to use the allied assets, and we've got some very good assets to do just that. There is Vuza here, and no, sorry, that's not. Okay, there's Clemens. Any one time per activity phase, a Godel canal may evade, observe, or rescue for free, so we get no action. So this is an addition to our 5 actions. And more importantly, we've got the Coopers. And the Coopers, it's I think it's worth reading their story, their history books about. Some history books about the activities of the coast watchers in the region. Okay, and it says here, all retrieve and rescue in Guadalcanal and Central Solomons succeeds without cap draw. So yeah, it's of okay, since we've got only one crew there, it's of not great use, but it's believe me, even one victory point can make the difference in this game. So yeah, it's good to have it. So it's automatic. We don't have, I don't think we have to tap it because it says all retrieve and rescue. So my first operation will be a rescue, and as I've said, it's a good practice to get also pawn there, red, blue. Okay, let's get blue pawn to remember what operations you have done. So okay, my first operation is going to be rescue the Taba, and let's see, let me review with you the requirements for rescue. First of all, all deliver operations have to happen at hidden blocks only. Okay, okay, the block here to Taba is hidden, and we have to declare a delivery. We still have to declare a delivery asset for it. I mean, it says the card, and this is 5 point. The card says all success without cap draw. It doesn't says without using an asset. So yeah, we have to be careful. We've got to use an asset to do any delivery. So we've only got 2 assets, actually 2 delivery assets, and the one is boats and the other is Catalina. Catalina is has no restrictions on where it can be used, whereas the boats have to be used within range 2 of allied held. So yeah, I think for Tataba I'm going to use the boats, since it's just next to Lungetulagi. Lungetulagi is the only one allied held station in this region. Yeah, Guadalcanal, Central Solomons, Bougainville, it's the only one. So yeah, boats, it is within range 2. We measure range from station to station. Here Tataba is range 1, Rakata Bay is range 2, and Lavor is range 1, and Segi is range 2, and so on. So it's hidden, and we use the boats. So we can tap the boat. We will tap the boat, but let me show you another functionality first. Let me bring up the caps. Here you can see the caps. Another nice functionality that these cards have implemented in them is the populate delivery cap. So instead of dragging onto the delivery cap, I just click the assets and I populate the delivery cap, and you can see it got 10 counters in and 6 discarded, and yeah, 10 counters chips there sound right. So I have used it, so let me tap it. See, you tap so you remember you have used. So normally what we would do was draw from the cap, and I'm going to do it just for, you know, to show how it is done, but we're going to ignore it because of the Coopers. The rescue succeeds without cap draw. Okay, so let me get this one. What happens with the caps is here, delivery cap. Okay, delivery asset, we have prepared it, and we would draw two cheats. We just click, and yeah, it's a nothing. Oh no, sorry. Okay, back into cap. Forgot the Japanese assets. That's what I wanted to showcase, and I completely forgot it. See here, we have the zeros and the flame boats and the barges. Okay, so what we do after we have populated the cap is that we draw nothing sits, and yeah, we should do it before populating. Anyway, yeah, okay, my mistake. So what we do is the boats give us 2 sightings. We'll populate the cap, the delivery cap, with 2 sightings and 8 nothing sits, but we've got to get 1, 2, and since the Taba has got a patrol there where we're trying to do stuff, so it's 1, 2, 3, 5. So out of these, no, and okay, discard all. So what we're going to do is, sorry, let me reset that. I forgot, completely forgot it, but it happens. It will happen in your games too, don't worry. But you'll get the hang of it. It's not something. Okay. So that's right. So what do you do? So no auto population here. So we get the 2 sightings in, or what the boat says, but instead of 8 nothing, we get just 3 nothing there. 1, 2, 3, and you draw. And sorry, let me get these out of the way. Yeah, and what happens is that we draw 2 of them. Oh, come on. Sorry about that. It happens. Yeah, it's easier. I know it's way easier with the physical copy. But okay, 1 nothing, 2 nothing. Oh, okay, that was a lucky. That was a lucky draw. But okay, missed. It's a success. The blocks, that's important, stay hidden, and we should do anything secretly. If there was 1 sighting, it would have been spotted. The operation would succeed, the rescue would succeed, but the Japanese would know that what we had done and where and which blocks were involved. And if we were unlucky to get 2 sightings, then it would be a failure, and of course blocks would be revealed and they would be open to be sorts and taken maybe by the Japanese. But okay, this is just right now in theory, because it's the card. Again, we use the capability of the Cooper card, so we don't get we don't have to get a cap draw. So auto succeed into Taba, and that was our first operation. Let me mark it. So there's an option, you right click, there's an option rescue crew, and what happens is, see, the Coast Watcher is again alone, and now if you check the rescued, the crew has been transferred to the rescued box. So yeah, there's some VP for us. Now we could try the same at Buin. And since there's the base there is locked, yeah, this is a locked base, so we can't do anything meaningful there. There's no patrol, so yeah, the Japanese can't exploit right away any of our failure there. So yeah, I think I'm going to risk it and use, well, I would like to resupply also, but I think, yeah, I think I should try and get some victory points while I can. So yeah, I'm going to risk and do another, maybe not the best thing to do from a perspective. So let me see if no, it's good they're not in Bougainville. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. It's we'll use Catalina. It's insert of or rescue. That's quite tricky. No, you know what? I want to showcase, not to yeah, I want to showcase stuff, not do for optimal play. So I'll use Catalina to resupply. I want to show you how resupply is done. It's quite critical. So again, no to populate the gap because, so it says Catalina can be used anywhere. And let me check again the, as you remember, the requirements to do an operation. Okay, resupply by any delivery asset. It has to be a hidden Coast Watcher in Japanese, held and be reachable. And yeah, Catalina can reach, it's good, can reach everywhere. And for example, I can't use it to resupply at Lunga Tulagi, it's hidden. I can use it to resupply at Taba, but I will prefer to resupply at Segi. I'll use this Coast Watcher because there's no patrol, so if it's revealed, I'll have something, I'll have a chance to, you know, work. No problem, Catalina can reach there. So it's Segi, it's where we're resupplying. Japanese held, it doesn't matter that it is locked, it's still Japanese held, and we've got a hidden Coast Watcher. Okay, tap Catalina, so we have used, and go for the resupply. So for the resupply, the Catalina, okay, gets 2 sightings and 9 nothing. So okay, first discard all. So Catalina gets 1, 2 sighting, and it would get 9 nothing there, but we have to keep in mind that we have to subtract, it's -1, -3, and there's no patrol, so that's minus no, 7, so it's -4. So that's 5 going, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, 2 and 5. 7. So now we draw 2. Okay, that's interesting. So, So what happens here? It is a success. It's spotted, so it is a success. So we get a resupply done, but we have to reveal all blocks involved, and the Japanese will get a few shorts if they will target, and that's why choosing Sagi for this operation, because there is no at all. So that's interesting. So now we get 3 evasions. Three of them, and again right click and return to patrol. See, limit up to 18. I don't mind the bug here showing when we draw it. It's shuffled, it's a random draw. Okay, but now we have to reveal our what we do. Again, right click, and we just you can have some activities, but what we do is turn over the block, hidden goes away. So this is and that's everything we do with our assets. No more deliveries. Because there was no so there are no more assets, sorry. Yeah, we've got no more assets, and delivery requires us to have some assets. So we've got 3 more operations to go, and okay, just forgotten this. There was a mistake here, but thankfully no harm done. I forgot this asset. Discard anytime to flip 2 army patrols total in New Guinea and or Bismarck's to police. Forgot they got 2 army patrols in Guinea, and per the special instructions pro Japanese use as soon as able to flip 2 patrols to police. Okay, draw can pay. No, I don't think we'll draw can pay though, because says New Guinea and or Bismarck's already have got 1 patrol, it's police, and New Guinea has got 2 patrols. So yeah, we're just right click, flip, right click, flip. They're converted to police, and this is and this card is discarded. So yeah, this one here. Yeah, totally forgot about it, but no harm done because no operations were carried out there. So okay, sorry about that. So we've got still 3 operations to go, and I think it's time to do some observations as well. We can't observe any unlocked stations. We have just resupplied the cap, and let's check our assets. It's always critical to check your assets. I mean the Coopers. We can retrieve and rescue, okay, and we could discard them for any ally to observe at any station, Guadalcanal or Central Solomons. I think I'll skip that for the time. Maybe it will be more useful later. I want to have retrieve the option to retrieve or rescue. Things go. Okay, let's see. Vuza, Guadalcanal, recruit and resisting Guadalcanal, so should probably get some observations in Guadalcanal region. And Clemens, we got an extra actions. Okay, so we could in theory get, okay, that's what we're going to do. Start sorry, by observing. First we're going to use VASSAL. Oh sorry, yeah, to use VASSAL for Godel canal observe succeed without cap draw. So yeah, since there's no cap draw, so okay, let's see. Godel canal, we've got, unfortunately we've got only one station to Taba. We can observe. Sorry, and yeah, I think we have already done operation here, but I don't think there's a restriction. I haven't seen any restriction. Maybe there is, that we can't use a second time, but I don't recall anything in the rules. But yeah, let me mark that. That's our third operation. It's going to succeed. Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. Someone will correct me in the comments if that's true. But let's show how we observe. Okay, it's we just we would draw. I'm not going to draw right now. We would draw from the cap normally. There is a patrol, arm patrol, so we should draw 2 cheats and see if we succeed or not, or if it gets reviewed. But now this ensures us that there's no cap draw, so it's an automatic success. So, and it says here observe, and that's what we do, observe. And you see it reports that we observed a site troops, and yeah, that is what you would do in a 2-player game, but now it's not. It's a solo player game. So what we do, okay, we have observed this, so I'm just going to turn it over. Yeah, it's troops, and yeah, so we go, and the solo play, you just flip it, and so you go here to Taba, you find the corresponding report station. So you right click, and it says here flip, pick, clone, delete. You can pick, so pick. Now it says, yeah, it says we haven't any report. Let's flip it. So, oh, come on, I don't know. Okay, allies only, doesn't matter. We replace it with what we have observed on the actual sense. So replace with troops. Yeah, enter it report, because Japanese should be able. But now I will flip that as well. So yeah, that's correct. Now we have observed some troops, and that was our third action. So now I'm going to make some observations needed, and I have one exposed here, Coast Watcher. I want to keep an action to evade if needed, and so we've got 3 actions. And okay, let's see our assets. Okay, no, that was the Godel canal. Yeah, okay, that was good. I should have done this first. So no, there's no. That's not marked. That's an extra action. I have used Clemens. It was my free operation. Free with an auction. Let's tap it. And this is passive, rather passive ability. So okay, so I've got 2. I've taken 2 out of my 5 actions. The other one was free, so I'm going to do some observations. We can't do anything in Bougainville. I'm going to prioritize bases, of course, and while the cap is the patrol cap is relatively full of nothing cheats. So I think Rubble, I'll do Rubble and see how it goes. And I'll think about doing New Guinea as well. New Guinea is very close to Port Moresby, but Rabaul is quite far away. I'll start with Rabaul. Okay, let's observe normal observations at Rabaul. So no asset so it's a police there. It's only what we've got. It's the police. We've got a hidden coast watcher. The base is unlocked. We can't observe at the locked base, and there's a police there. So we draw 3 seats out of the patrol cap. See, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. So what does this mean? Okay, this means that we get our observation, and sorry, it means that we don't get our observation because 2 patrol seats means trapped. Take revealed block. Thankfully it was not revealed. It's a reveal hidden block, and it's an allied failure, so we haven't got our observations. Okay, let me see if any of their assets, the Japanese assets, no, it's in the countermeasures. The other one doesn't. No, they've got nothing to interfere with this procedure. So where's the for doubt? Yeah, that's a failure, so we don't get to observe. We have to reveal the block and in that immediately return all patrol and 1 evasion cheat. So nothing. So if it was a success, an evasion cheat would get out. So no, everything, but it was a turnover block, and that was our 3rd operation. Okay, we got 2 delivery operations, 2 observations, 1 free, and we've got 1 free, and we got 2 more. And what I'm going to do now is, as I've said, I'll use evade. I've got 5 actions, I've got 2 actions. I'll use evade here and here, of course. Here is not so critical, but I want to avoid getting a patrol there. What I have forgotten to do, and I should have done, is mark. Okay, the Japanese, no, it's tricky. No, where my, at least 2 of my coast watchers are, because they have revealed themselves. So let me get these. These are the record markers. So end of phase, remove pawns. Yeah. Oh, sorry, forgot to evade. Again, just turnover block. You see hidden goes again. Turnover block hidden is again there, and this concludes the allied operations. So now untap all allied assets, and they're ready to go. And yeah, okay, maybe this will come handy later. Okay, yeah. So that was the allied player, the allied player phase 1, and it is now followed by the Japanese countermeasures phase 1, and it's interesting to see what the bot will do. So now it's the Japanese countermeasures phase, and what the bot will do is described in this section of the solitaire rules. The first thing we do is draw 1 focus, 1 card to serve as the focus card for this phase, and you'll see how we use it. It's let's say the tiebreaker there. So sorry, campaign. We use deck here. See, there's a special place for a focus card. We just draw one card there, and this section of the card is the focus. So the priority, the Japanese priority for this countermeasure phase is personnel, then police, then records, then base, and lastly report. And this is handy when there is when there were choices. Sometimes there will be many choices, sometimes not, but that's their focus for this countermeasure phase. And what they do for this countermeasures phase. First of all, it says 5 actions, of course, in the priorities here on the inset. And to find where they will act, we draw a region from the campaign deck, as we have done before for the build-up. We apply the focus, and then if options remain, we draw another card for the options. But there is a but here. We search or deploy first at revealed personnel blocks, and then of course only at the blocks, not at deactivated stations. No stations are deactivated yet, thankfully. So yeah, can ignore that for the time being. Okay, and deploys. Okay, first of all, let's start with the 5 actions total. We have drawn a focus card. The first action would be recall from all deactivated stations, of course, unless it is the last turn. It isn't just the first turn, but there are no deactivated stations on map, so no recall for the moment. And then it's question mark here, deploy before search as assets allow. There are some assets that allow for deployment to happen before search, but right now, as you can see, none of the assets are zeros. No, no, no. And Ishimoto, it says once per countermeasure assign before search. That search treats army as police. No, it doesn't say we can deploy. There are some assets that allow us to deploy before searching, so no such assets right here. So we go back to search and search up to 3 stations or 4 stations if 1 to 2 patrols are ready, or if there are no patrols at ready, we search at, because then we wouldn't be able to deploy, we would use all of our actions to search. So but plenty of patrols in the ready box. Yeah, there are 7 patrols, I think, in the ready box. So we'll search up to 3 stations, but see here, first at all revealed personnel, and then by region, focus, and options. Let me point out something which is important here. When it says search first at revealed personnel, it means revealed, not showing hidden here. This is a records. This doesn't mean the personnel here is revealed, or here it's like they've got a record marker here, but the personnel is not revealed. So these two don't get automatic priority. They go by the focus card. Which is places them at 3rd priority. I mean, personnel, and also another thing that you have to have in mind is that personnel there doesn't mean just revealed personnel. It means any personnel, even if hidden. It's one of the perks that the solo bot has got. You prioritize your personnel no matter if it's hidden or not. So okay, we've got to do 3 searches. Nothing is revealed and no other priority, so we go by the usual method of region, focus, if more, and then options. So let's start. Our first search will be Guadalcanal at personnel. You see Guadalcanal, and we use this focus. Are there any patrols at Guadalcanal? Let's see what there are. Okay, we've got, here's Guadalcanal region. We've got 2 patrols here, one here, and that's where the focus cards come into play. Between these 2 patrols, the focus goes first personnel, then police. Okay, so here's personnel, here's just palms. So this one gets the priority. So the first search will happen here at Tataba. And as you can see, this got nothing to do with the marker or no marker. So okay, first search one will be here Tataba. Let's get the caps. Again, nothing. We've got the asset that we can I think so. Yeah, we can discard the Vuza if things go very bad for us. I don't think, but I want to keep Vuza for as long as possible, so I'm going to take maybe some risk. So, but yeah, let's start. It's police. It's sorry, it's an army patrol, so they draw 2 cheats, not 3. So okay, that's nothing. They have failed to find anything, and so yeah, let me just show you. Yeah, you can see they draw 2, 0 patrol cheats, no content, search fails. However, now when we return the cheats to the patrol cap, we just return 1 of these. The other one goes to the mat. So what happens here is that over time the probabilities tend to favor the Japanese. The mix of the counters in the patrol cap will start to favor Japanese, giving them better odds at revealing or taking your coast quarter. So from time to time you have to resupply. Of course, resupplying comes with its own risks, but yeah, that's the beauty of the game. You have to balance, take some risks, you know, balance stuff out, and that's how games. Okay, so that was our first search. So let's go back to campaign deck. New Britain. Oh, that's interesting. New Britain, there's just yeah, there is 1. See, there's only 1 police at a bowl, so no need to choose anything. Even if there were just palms here or anything, they would do the search because that's what they do. So okay, this is going to be a tricky one. We already won. Sit down. So yeah, police searches are always tricky for us. So 1, 2. Oh, come on. Oh dear, I didn't want this to happen. I would prefer a closing in results at this stage of the game. Okay, of course, this remains hidden. It's a failure for the Japanese, but this means that I am losing 2 of the cheats because only 1 will go, only one will go back to the cap. So effectively, you can just, right click or drag it, return to patrol cap, and yeah, please go here. What does it mean? It my resupply. We're back to the initial setup. The 3 cheats were the cheats that were added during the resupply. So yeah, maybe I will have to resupply sooner than I thought. So let's go back to our campaign. So for the third search, okay, it's going to be Central Solomons. Okay, Central Solomons. Okay, that's interesting, because as you can see in Central Solomons they've got no patrol. So we skip this card. There's no, you can search where there's no patrol, and of course Bougainville. Now that's interesting. Again, no, that's not interesting. Bougainville, they've got no patrol either. So we have run out of cards, and yeah, it's time you run out of cards, you just return to campaign. Oh, come on, that's better. Then to campaign deck. If you feel like it, you can. You don't return the focus card at this point. You keep it. And okay, let's shuffle. I don't know. I think I have chatted with the maintainer, and I think everything was auto. But anyway, so we have still one search to go. So again, Central Solomons. But okay, no, Central Solomons, they've got no patrol. Yeah, sometimes this happens. You draw cards and draw cards. Okay, New Britain. New Britain, yeah, of course there was the Rabaul. Patrols just search once per countermeasure phase, they don't. And again, Central Solomons, no. Bougainville, no. New Britain, no. It happens sometimes, but no big deal. Bougainville, New Guinea, yeah, it would happen sooner or later. Yeah, you just draw one. You'll get again. Now that's interesting, because yeah, it's a good example. Okay, New Guinea, you can see you've got 2 patrols, nothing to differentiate them, both are police. So we go to see the focus. We've got 2 patrols, 1 search to execute. The focus is personnel, both personnel, both of these patrols. Then police, and both are police. So we go to the third tiebreaker. This is a record market, none has a record market, then base, and both are bases, and now report, and we check if Lie is a remote, Salamau is also a report station. So yeah, despite the priorities here, we end up having to go by the options. Okay, so top to bottom, 1 Lie, 2 Salamau, 2 options, and pick one. So it's going to be Lie. And now I'm afraid this is going to be a bit tricky, because we're back to basics. They get to draw 3 cheats, and oops, wow, that was close. They came that close to taking one of my Ghost Watchers. However, they got trapped. Take reveal blocked. Thankfully it was not revealed. We will reveal a hidden block, and now this one evasion cheat and all patrol cheats will go back to cap. So yeah, this is now this is now revealed. So it means the immediate effect is that we cannot use it to observe in the next phase. You have first to evade it, and then I use it for any operations because most operations need for us to be hidden. That was the 3 searches. I have done 3 searches there, and thankfully 2 were unsuccessful, but yeah, there was a mistake here. There was a mistake. I should have used Ishimoto. Yeah, to treat that army there as police for the search. Yeah, before search it would settle some. Yeah, I should have done that. Well, no use crying over spilled milk, I suppose. These things happen. Okay, I'm not. I can't do anything now. I can't go that far back. But as I've said, this video is not about playing, doing everything right, about showing you how to use the VASSAL module and how these things play. So let's go back to our operation. So they have done their 3 searches, and now we the bot gets to deploy with the remaining actions as able. So first, now we deploy at all revealed personnel. I mean, there is a revealed coast watcher now at Lie, but there's already a patrol there. So at other blocks, withdraw region again and deploy. But there's here, if shows the cap, the deploy card drone shows the cap icon, you get it to cap. So yeah, let's get back to the campaign deck. So deploy, where again the focus. Okay, Guadal Canal, but you see it's the deploy to cap. So we go to our ready patrols. We always deploy from ready, from the mat. From that they go to, so this return. So before doing that, let me bring the caps up. You see now patrol cap has got 15 counters. Return to patrol cap. Now it's 16. So the odds are getting worse for us. So, and the second and the last Japanese action, again, it's again to the patrol cap. So I think I'll be forced to do some resupplying, and then we will go back to ally activities too. So let's remove the pawns and get here, flip. It's an allied phase activity too. Let me remind you that we've got one revealed here with the police present base. Yeah, I'll keep one. I'll certainly keep one evade action to hide it. Oh, forgot to. Yeah, seems I constantly forget doing that. Yeah, that's okay, forgetting stuff. It's difficult because I don't have the cards in front of me all the time. I have to yeah, that's the good thing about playing with the physical copy of the game. The cards are there in front of you, so it's easier to get them, to see them. Okay, so allied phase. We don't get any new assets, and we have to decide to go to Jew. I think I have to. Yeah, I have to observe. Yeah, some observations. Rabaul, Salamawa. I can't observe live, of course, but I should start observing. Maybe resupply. I think I'll use Segi to resupply because the Japanese got 2 patrols in the cap. We're 3 evasion, it's down. So if I want to have any chance, and yet. And I think it's worth also doing, yeah. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to for my assets, it's Bougainville. I can't know there. Okay, so I'm going to use, of course, not boats, sorry, Catalina to resupply. So stop this. So resupplied 2 sightings and 9 nothing, but the Japanese assets mean that, sorry, the Japanese assets means we do -2 -3, and no, we're going to use what Segi again, so it's -4, so that's 2. Yeah, that's 2 and 5. Let's do 5. So 1 to go in, and 1 2 3 5 going. So draw 2. Huge. Yeah, I was lucky. Nothing. It's a success. Okay, let me just mark that I have done here. Resupply, Japanese held, hidden, nothing. So resupply, we get 3 of these into the petrol cup. Okay, so that was good. So now I'm going to use no, mistake. Was it? Yeah, that was a mistake. It was boats. I should use to resupply. So it okay. Let me redraw. Okay, redraw. So yeah, it's at -4. Yeah, that's 2 and 4. Yeah, that's 6 now. Let's redraw. Spotted, of course, but still is, thankfully it's still a success. So yeah, and now yeah, I had to use this because it's 1-2 the boats. I couldn't use Catalina. I need Catalina to try and rescue. This is from Boeing. Rescue. 9 this is going to be tricky. Okay, so we get what, 1 2 settings, resetting scene, and we would get 9 there, but because of the Japanese, we go control. Okay, we get 5. Oh, I think I made a mistake. Oh, good with go. I have missed. Okay, the video is not visible as such. Okay, let's carry on. Okay. Again, 02. Okay, that was success. Rest it me. And that goes to open. Like operation. I will get one observation, right? Yeah, let's try. Okay. Oh yes, Resupply. No, no. Change of mind. Okay, I'll do Rubble. And yeah, I'll tell you why. Because Rubble has already got a report, a record marker there. So yeah, they know, Japanese know that's a record marker there. They don't know about Salamao. So yeah, let's try Rubble first. So yeah, again, 3 cheats, and I don't think any of my no, 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 none of my assets can help right now. So I'll do my observer. So yeah, come on, oh come on, oh dear. Okay, that's the worst possible result. 3 patrol cheats captured, revealed, and take block, and of course it's a failure. It's not, I can't discard Vosage for Godel Canal. And yeah, nothing can help me there. Okay, they all go back. The station is deactivated. It happens. It happens. So what we do here is now, yeah, right click, taken. See, it's deactivated. Now we delete it. No point there. And yeah, if you can see here, here's taken. So yeah. And we've got a free action again, but we can't. Okay, our free action again is evade, observe, or free. Okay, so I can in the Goodell Canal region. So yeah, I can't do anything with observe or rescue. Nothing matters in Goodell Canal. Central Solomon again, Goodell Canal, and the Cooper's Watch, or retrieve and rescue. Okay, so I think I will just evade. My last two actions will be evade. So yeah, evade here. Let's evade here. And so okay, and the phase remove pawns. That was it. That was the allied second phase. That was quick, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. That was bad. That was bad because I can't set now here. Rubble is going to remain unobserved. I can't insert here because it's deactivated, and I don't have any card that let me untap. I don't have any cards that can reactivate session. Oh yeah, that was about it. So okay, so now let's go. Okay, now we have reached the second countermeasures or operations. Now what happens here is that the Japanese have to decide if they're going to launch operations or go or continue with their countermeasures. Of course, as you know, they never, let's see that here, they never launch on turn 1, and they always attempt to launch in final turn. So it's turn 1, they skip this and they will go straight to countermeasures. And now, yeah, that's interesting. It was good that the block was taken, because now we've got to see something else. As you recall, the first action they get to do, first one is recall from all the unless it is the last turn. It's not the last turn. So what we do is we recall, and the one thing we have to do manually is flip it to army, because when they go to ready, back to the mount or whatever, they turn to army, they don't get deployed as police again. So this station is deactivated. So one action for that, deactivated, and now again they've got to go as the assets deployed before, as assets allow. No asset allows them to deploy before. I'll try and remember Ishimoto this time. So they've got 6 patrols, so they will search up to 3 stations. So let's go back to campaign deck. Where's the campaign deck? Yep, here. We draw a new focus card. That's the new focus, prioritizing police boss. So first search the Bismarcks. Have they got anything in the Bismarcks? Yeah, they've got. Oh, no, yeah, they've got a patrol in the Bismarcks, and they don't know it's hidden, so they will search there. The problem is that they're going to go through our our evasion sits, because I mean, if they're not successful, you're losing evasion sits. If they are successful, we lose a station. Okay, so police, they draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's trapped. And also that's good, because we don't lose it. So they know here just clear station. So we go back, and let's go for the second search. Guadalcanal. Okay. Yeah, Guadalcanal, they've got 2 patrols, but yeah, they'll think they'll treat one as police, but that's before. So let's go to the priorities. Police, record markers, no record markers, base, no base, but personnel. So they'll search here. They'll search Taba. Okay, so they'll search Taba, and this time Once per countermeasures is assigned before search in Guadalcanal, or that search treats army as police. So stop it. So again, it's going to be 3. It doesn't flip it to police, it just treats it. So they're going to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. That was close. That was close. Again, we're dropped. I can. Oh, something that I have forgotten to mark second search, and yeah, it was totally my bad. Forgot to check something very important. Exploit. I have taken a code to watchers previously, and they add to exploit. We forgot to exploit, and exploit means just that they were going to search. Okay. They took a look at culture, yeah, and they would have to exploit, but can they exploit? I think they, yeah. Let's check. I think that's a problem. Exploit. Exploit. They get to exploit. Exploit. Okay, whenever taking coast to culture, immediately after the Japanese at any adjacent patrol may either flip army to police or search again for free. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Adjacent. At any adjacent patrol. Let me see. Yes, the only adjacent patrol was, yeah, okay, was here. Happened. Yeah, it was here. It happened. So yeah, I'll treat that as the free one, so they get to search one more station. That's good. Not much harm done. Forgot to. No, it was first again. Well, anyway. So yeah, not so happy about it, but when this was taken, this should have been searched for free. So yeah, let's say this has happened, and we go now to, yeah, okay, but then I would have to skip. Okay, so let's continue. Let's say that this has happened. The search, I mean, that's revealed from previous. This hasn't happened. Yeah, I know it's not ideal, but you have to do something to. Yeah, that happens. It can happen. Okay. So yeah. The Bismarcks, oh, the Bismarcks, let's say the Bismarcks came up again, and yeah, we would have done a draw. Yeah, so let's draw again for the Bismarcks. I think that's the this would have been revealed during the exploitation phase, and now that their card has come up again, they would draw again. Yeah, so more or less. Come on. Yep, that's a closing in reveal, but not enough to be taken. We lose. That's it. So yeah, that was search there. So, and for the third search, we've got one more search to go. Again, Central Solomons. They've got no patrol in Central Solomons. No patrol in Bougainville. But yeah, they've got a patrol in Guadalcanal. So yeah, they will search there. And this time they have already used their asset there, so they can't use it again. So we draw 2. Okay, both army. So it's trapped. Even so, we're getting counters. So that was their 3 shelters, and there's 1 action remaining, and this is going to be deploy. Remember the it's deploy, and New Britain. Okay, no New Britain, no cap. So when we go to map, New Britain, no, these stations never get patrol, and this is deactivated, so it doesn't get patrol. So no, not New Britain. Guadalcanal though, I think we've got, yeah, there is a station in Guadalcanal without patrol, so this will go here, including the Japanese 5 actions in concluding. The same. Okay, so that was turn 1 of our game. I think you got a pretty good idea what happens. Yeah, maybe yes, we'll go back to preparations and see what happens now in turn 2, because turn 1 was a bit special. Yeah, I don't intend it to too many mistakes for to be considered a proper playthrough, but yeah, maybe it's interesting to see some more cases. Okay, and now I'm just going to show you how setup of the second turns work. I'm not going to make it into a full playthrough because you know, I have made some mistakes. I'm not very comfortable with them, and I think the most serious mistake is that I cheated myself from the beginning, because I forgot to draw my extra 2 assets. I mean, let's see here, situation says I draw either the 2 all assets, the Coopers. I chose Rosen Clemens, and then I forgot to randomly draw 2 other cards. I mean, the impact, well, I'm only cheating myself, but no, I should have got also caches and code breaking, which, yeah, would be well, it would be a game changer, let's say. And yeah, I can use it. This one, yeah, I mean, it's playable, it's still playable, but yeah, I have made some mistakes. I shouldn't have done it, but you know, it happens in solo games. So yeah, I'm going to show you what happens, how to set up turn 2. I mean, do the preparations, and then it's just the same procedures. I think we have seen everything, how, because the main purpose of this video is to show how VASSAL module works and not provides a proper playthrough. So okay, it's turn 2, and we go back to preparations. So we go to the build up phase. So okay, in turn 1 its build up action unlocks 2 control markers. Now it's turn 2, and later its build up unlocks 1 marker until none remain locked. So, sorry about that. So it's situation F. 4 actions, we get to unlock 4 more stations as with the same procedure. I mean, okay, let's do it quickly. So I draw for the region. Okay, New Guinea, it's got a build up, and in New Guinea, in New Guinea, everything is unlocked. So no. Next one, New Britain, Rabaul is the only one it's unlocked. Bismarck's Kavieng is already unlocked, it's the only one there. New Guinea again, no. New Guinea, no. Central Solomons, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, we've got a build up, we've got some choice here. Central Solomons, we've got 4 stations, so yeah, they're all sites, and yeah, we've got options top to bottom as usual, 4 options, and we got the second one, which could be choice solo play, unlock. So that's one unlock. Bismarck's again, no build up. Guadalcanal, no build up. Guadalcanal, yeah, it's got to be built up, so there's only one left, so solo play, unlock. That's the second one. And next would be Bismarck's again, no. So now that we're not in the middle of a countermeasure phase, all cards go to the pay deck. Oh, come on, is it all? Okay, since there is a shuffle here, okay, and we continue drawing. Bismarck's again, no. New Guinea, no. Bismarck's, no. Come on. Bougainville, yeah, that's the first. Bougainville, we get again, everything is the same. They're both bases. They're both no patrols, not anything. So options, bottom, 2 options, pick one. So this is one unlocked, so that's the third unlock. And Central Solomons, yeah, we've got 3 options. There's got to be built up 3 options, so all the same. So 1, 2, 3, top to bottom, 3 options, the third one, so it's going to be Rakata Bay. Unlock. So that goes the third one. Okay, so we don't need the pawns, they're not used. On turn 2, we don't get to get patrols on the map based on what has been unlocked. It's, you see here, place patrols only on turn 1. Now we go for ready and augment. So already we're getting 2 patrols there. Okay, you get them from the mat. Sorry, ready. 2 patrols to ready. Go to the map. Wait, something. Yeah, something went wrong here. To ready. Yeah, that's 2 of them. Ready. Okay, and 1 augment. So let's get a Japanese player mode. Oh, forgot to untap. Japanese assets. Okay, so they get another asset. Okay, let's flip that, and it's Yamamoto. Shall to redraw 1 randomly draw mission selecting discard +1 to secret select. Okay, let's check the instructions. Yamamoto. Instead, immediately discard Yamamoto and draw 2 other Japanese assets. Good. Yeah, this is not going to help because... Okay. Yep. Okay, news broadcast. And Mikawa. So takes away some detection points from us, but let's see, news broadcast. I think there were special rules for that too. News broadcast, yes. It says here, use on turn 3 to discard an allied asset, number the candidates, pick by campaign. Okay, so what is going to happen, it's got special instructions. Next turn, turn 3, we would do that, would lose an asset, but that's about it. So yeah, and then we get back articles already and the Augment, and we go back to allied activities. As I've said, it's not going to be a proper playthrough, just to show how Vassal module works, how to move around, use your assets, and the various automations that have been implemented. And yeah, just worth noting that now when Japanese reads here, they have to decide if they do an operation, if they attempt to launch operations, stuff like that, and how they do it. We use the campaign cards again. We draw a region, and if there are bases, there have to be bases in that region, and if they're all unlocked, then they will attempt to launch operations. If they fail to do that, they will continue with countermeasures, but then we'll get to know what their missions are. So yeah, let's say we were there, we draw Bougainville. Okay, so we would check, say, yeah, there are bases in Bougainville, but only one of them is unlocked, so we would proceed with the countermeasures. And so it's here, see, when it's returned to 2, draw region, not only if it has any Japanese, it has 2, all of which are unlocked. On the contrary, if we had to draw, New Guinea as the region guard, we got bases, all of them are unlocked, and then the Japanese would attempt to launch, and then we would flip and stuff like that. There's nothing special about that in the module. We just turn over base, base, anything different, just as we have done right now. Here, that's really Japanese. Just turn over base and see what's, and then I've said there's nothing. I don't think there's anything more in the module. What I have forgot to mention is that Vassal has a very handy feature of taking a screenshot here, and it says the map as a PNG image. It always help when you want to ask something. For example, in the BGG forums, it's nice to have a picture to show what happens, or when you write an after action report, it's always good to do that. So that's not I'm going to end the video here. That's not a a proper a full playthrough of the game, just to show how the module works, VASSAL works in different situations. Maybe I will do, it's already long enough, maybe I will do a proper trying to not to forget any rule, do a proper playthrough sometime. So that's all. Thank you for watching, and yeah, if you have seen, if you have any interest to you, please ignore my silly mistakes. The game is great. Go GMT 500, pre-order the game. This really will help to get it in production sooner. And yeah, again, thank you to the guys at Lending and the groups. Thank you to Volko Rhunke for including me in the playtesting team. So that's all for now. See you in the next video.